Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Welcome to another Bible meditation video that I wanted to share with you guys today. And now today we're going to be talking about a subject that I just shared with my teenagers group today on my church. And I think it can be something very, very interesting something just to make you think about this matter. And now the question that I did to the kids was this one. How many people are reported in the Bible to not have died, and that God somehow made them not die, and God just took them into heaven without them dying? And I made this question to them, and one character was already spotted very quickly. That is Elijah, and we can find his story in the first book of Kings, like at the end of the first book of Kings, also at the very, very beginning of the book of Second Kings. And the first is Elijah, the chariot of fire. You might have heard about the story. And the second character, it's not really known character. It's just listed in just 2 or 3 verses in the Bible, then that's it. And it's Enoch. It's a character that we find instead on the first chapter of Genesis, one of the descendants of Adam. Now the subject I just shared with the teenagers today, that is it's gonna be also the subject of today's meditation, is this one. What attributes did these 2 men, right, in the Bible that are reported, have in order for them to please so much God with their lives that they didn't have to die? God didn't let them face death, and they were just took into heaven before even dying. Which were the qualities that they have? What made them special? What made them so special in God's eyes that He decided not to let them die here? And we can start from Enoch because of the fact that there are just very few verses. But in these few verses, I think we can understand and we can really see so much about what are the qualities that God looks in us that really please us the most. And we go here into Genesis chapter 5, verse 21 and until 24. And here it says, when Enoch had lived 65 years, he became the father of Methuselah. And after he became the father of Methuselah, Enoch walked with God 300 years and had other sons and daughters. One quick note, in those times, so when Adam was created and then all his descendants, they were living in an earth that was completely different because of the fact that this was the earth before the flood that we can find in the story of Noah. And many Christian theologians and creationists believe that the earth environment was completely different before the flood. So that's why people were able to live so long without dying, and the oxygen levels were different, the air was different, like everything was very, very different. So that's why people were able to live that much. And then another thing is that probably because of the fact that Adam had been created by God, his DNA was probably super more complex than the DNA that we have today, and therefore people probably had a genomic capabilities much higher than what we have. That's why the DNA was able to sustain the life of a person, for the body especially, for so long, for so many years before dying and dying of old age. Anyway, let's just go back here to the verses. And then he says, altogether, Enoch lived 365 years. And then the last verse that says, Enoch walked with God. Then he was no more, because God took him away. And then the story continues with Methuselah and then all the other descendants of Adam. So you can see here, there is just one quality, one attribute of Enoch that we can find. The fact that he walked with God. That's the only thing that the Bible tells us about this man, that didn't face death. God just took him with him, and so he didn't die. And therefore, I think the moral of the story is really how important it is for us as Christians to walk with God, right? We have to, what does it mean, walking with God, right? Walking with God is a term that we can use when we're with someone that we know closely. For example, a parent or a close friend. Walking together with someone means that as you walk, you speak to them, you talk with them, you might be embracing them as you walk, you may be laughing at each other, you just spend a lot of time together as you approach, as you start from one point and you reach a destination, and you start together and you reach that destination together. You do the whole journey together with this person. That is what it means to walk with someone. And in this case, Enoch did this with God. Of course, is figuratively the fact that he walked with God, because I'm pretty sure that he didn't walk embrace with God, because God is an entity, and in those times God wasn't physical. He didn't have a physical form. And then he became, in terms of, like, for example, Jesus became the physical form of God. But then Jesus came thousands of years later, these events. So when he says here that Enoch walked with God, means that in every day of his life, he probably woke up and he just, everything that he made, he was walking with God. He never let go of God. He was very closely associated with God. When he moved and, when he did things, if he worked or if he did anything, he always did it closely with God. He was walking with God. Wherever he went, or wherever God told him to go, he just went with him. And that's very beautiful, because you can see that God is not looking for, extraordinary abilities from us. He's not looking for us to be super intelligent people or people that, can achieve super things. He just wants us to be simple, to just walk with him, to just follow him wherever he leads us, wherever he goes. He just wants us to walk closely with him from when we start until we arrive, to always be together with him. And this is it. So you can see that if we can have this approach, if we can walk with God in every day of our lives, whatever we do, if we do it closely to God, if we just speak to him as a parent or as a close friend, we joke with God, we talk to him, we can just spend time together. That's what walking with him means. And this is something that he enjoys so much that he took Enoch from the earth, and he just took him into heaven. He had such a great time with Enoch, and he was so pleased in this man that God took him away and brought him to heaven right away. Enoch didn't die. So wonderful, wonderful story. And I think even if it's just a few verses, it's very short, but I think it can really teach us a lot of things, how God really is pleased when we walk with him. So when we're just very close with him and we're just starting to with him and we arrive with him. So this was the very quick meditation I wanted to share with you guys. So as always, I hope you enjoyed it. God bless you and see ya. Bye-bye.